No,
you know what? One day I should have everybody just
can't be too careful though, those weirdos out there.
Where's the Warner Brothers and the Sides?
Oh, gotta ask yourself, do I feel lucky?
Marvel Legends Gauntlet, the Nano Gauntlet.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
That is... All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Collectors Assemble Live here on Friday night. We got a good one for you guys tonight. We have a great friend of mine, one of my favorites in the game, another sculptor artist on our show, Rocco Tartamella, which you're going to introduce shortly, guys. Thank you so much for being here on a Friday night. I know everybody's Fridays is usually busy, but this is going to be real fun. Let me introduce the panel as always. Let's start with, oh, wait, where's my, I got to do this. Where's, hold on, give me one second. Here we go. Ready? Yes. What is happening, bro?
What's going on? Been a long week. I've been looking forward to this show for a couple of days now. Can't wait.
I know it's gonna be a good one, man. Thank you for being on. Let me put some music on, man. I know Mario put some little elevator music here. I don't know which. I gotta ask him when he comes on. But
just don't get that copyright strike.
No, it's the one from StreamYard, but he has one. I forget which one it is, but we're gonna go ahead and play it anyway. So I think it's this one. Let's see what happens. Is it this one? I don't know. We'll see. Nah, that doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it sounds very, very zen-like.
Nah, that's not it. Maybe it's this one. I will leave this one. Screw it. But anyway, Anthony Kennedy, thank you for being on. Let's see who else we got. Mr. Sean Carlson, what's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? Good to be here. Thanks again for having me. I like the intro very much. Little
cool,
nod,
right?
Mr. Weathers, yeah.
I know, man. What a shame, man. It's too soon.
Especially with his resurgence with the Mandalorian and all that. Yeah, it was.
I know.
Yeah, that was tough.
No.
I know, man. Such a great actor as well. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a tough pill to swallow. You know, obviously he's a good guy, great actor. I mean, he's been around forever. He's done pretty much everything if you think about it. You know, everything that there is to do in the cinematic, you know, show business. But man, what a shame, you know.
The shape he was in for those Rocky movies, man. He was on another level.
I know, man.
React. Yeah.
Oh, such a good guy. But all right, let's see who else we got. We got Aaron Collects. What's up, dude? How are you?
Yo, what's up, man? It's been a long week.
I know, right?
I'm with you, Kennedy. I'm with you. Rest in peace, Carl Weathers, man. Sad day.
It is a sad day. Give me 1 second, guys. Just trying to plug in a charger here.
Excited to meet the special guests.
Yeah, Rocco's going to jump on shortly. Yeah. Sorry, I had to plug something. I mean, guys, I'm still feeling a little under the weather. I got a weird cough, so don't mind me if I mute myself and start gagging or something. Ladies and gentlemen, Mario El Profesor, what's up, dude?
We made it on
time.
Come
on, brother. Happy Friday. First of all, let me just say that elevator music that I play on my show is not elevator music, bro. Come on.
No?
First of all, come correct, my guy.
Sorry.
Nah. I get this stuff from Epidemic Sound. So I basically pay a subscription every month. It's worth it though, bro. They got some good music. They got all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Check it out
for sure.
See, pro tip, guys. Pro tip from the man himself. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, for a second time, definitely had him on last time, and was a joy to have him on. Ladies and gentlemen, the Money Man, Money Mendez. What's up, dude?
Eddie.
Yo, Eddie's here.
Eddie. TGIF, baby. Happy to be able to jump on a second time, man.
Hey, man, you're always welcome. You know, we got a rotating door here. Always here on Collectors Assemble Live. We're going to get to the chats in a little bit. I see you, Rashid. Ladies and gentlemen, on time. What? I got to love it. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. It's going to be exciting night, brother. Yeah, woo, let's get it on.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
I ain't never seen this fool this fired up, man.
I love
Really?
it. This
He
is
doesn't even come in his house for LWO.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
He was.
Yeah, I've done it
streams
before.
you
Get
will.
out of here. I've done it. I did
It's not
Ultimate
the rock I
Warrior.
know.
That's so funny.
Type of energy that only comes with punctuality.
Eddie, I saw
Hey.
you.
You
Yeah,
are right.
That's what he was.
Yeah. Elizabeth, get my drink.
Was that your favorite wrestler?
Nah, mine was Ultimate Warrior and Ricky Steamboat. And Great Muda. And Sting. I forgot Sting too.
Oh, so everybody. Okay, I got you.
No, those
yeah,
four.
what
Those
the
four.
hell right there.
Those four. Those four. Muda, Sting.
So is that your Mount
Steamboat.
Rushmore? Is that your Mount Rushmore wrestler?
Those four, yeah. Ultimate Warrior. Yep. Those
We
four.
got to have a wrestling show one day, guys. Listen, I'm going to be at WrestleMania. I'm going to be at WrestleCon. I'm going to do my best. I really want to get Kevin Nash on the show because he has a lot of
that
pop culture
motherfucker, man.
stuff and wrestling,
Don't
so it
sound
kind of mixes. But if I can't, I'm going to get somebody to come on the show. You mark my words. Mark my words. Real quick, let me just hit the chats real quick. Primetime reviews. What's happening, brother? Thank you for being on a Friday night. Aurelius, as always, thank you so much for being on as well. Mr. Kennedy doing double duty. Some guy, what's up? Some of my favorite people. Dude, thank you so much as always. Jerry, what's up, bro? What's happening, my guy? AJ, what's good, bro? Always loving having you here. Let's see. Cylon, what's good, dude? Clinton Martin, what's up? We got Darth Rashid in the building. What's up, you bunch of grown men buying statues?
Bunch of nonsense.
Nonsense, right? All this statue stuff. The movie canon, what's up, dude? Thank you for being on. Joseph, what's happening? Jerry saying what's up to Rashid. More people are going to be jumping on shortly. Guys, let's get to my next guest because I'm super excited to have him, guys. You guys know that I do a lot of work. Diamond Select Gentle Giant have been the first company to ever do business, partner up with me and Ileana, of course. And I owe a lot to them. That's why I will never, stop doing their reviews, even though they're smaller pieces. And of course, P-Rock does a lot of great things for them now as well. Doing the mini mates, doing the Godzilla figures, G.I. Joes, you name it. So we got a good representation here for Diamond Select and Gentle Giant. But aside from that, man, Rocco Tartamella has been doing this for over 20 years, man. He's done Sideshow, NECA, McFarlane Toys, obviously Diamond Select, Gentle Giant. I mean, you name it. The list goes on. The who's who of the companies. He's been doing it for a while. Can't wait to learn a little bit more about his background, how he started. We were talking a little bit about it behind stage, and I thought it was very interesting. I'm like, guys, save it for the video. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mr. Rocco Tartamella. What's up, dude?
How you doing, guys? Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Of course.
How's it going, man?
Welcome. First off, I always ask this. Am I saying your last name right?
Yeah, Tartamella.
Okay, perfect.
I have everybody call me Rocco the Sculptor. It's much easier, and I even have the .com too.
Oh, there you go. There you
A
go.
lot of people don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Well, hey, at least I got one right because I could barely talk half of the time. So, but I'm happy, man. Happy to have you on, guys. With us tonight, and we're gonna talk about Rocco and his career, guys. He's also doing some private commissions, which we're gonna go around and see some things that he's done, some of his work. But first and foremost, let me put you on the big screen. I'm probably gonna put myself first because it always happens. There it is. Let's see if I can do this.
Siempre, always.
Dude, I've been doing this for a year now, and I still don't know how to use this stuff. But anyway, Rocco, man, let's start with you. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about yourself, how you kind of got started in the game, kind of like the origin story of Rocco. So some of the people who might not know you in the chats gets to know you, and I could probably find out a little bit more about you as well. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Oh, geez, I guess the pressure is on, huh?
Pressure.
Well, I started, I think it was around 20 when I started getting into sculpture. But before that, I always did illustration just for fun. So I think I was in a comic shop and I was looking for something to do. And I picked up one of these magazines. It was like Amazing Figure Modeler. I was flipping through it. I was like, you know what? I think I could do this. So I went to the Michaels and I picked up some super sculpting. And I started with, polymer clays. And then from there, I just turned in portfolios wherever I could. And eventually, Sandy Cholera gave me back and forth. He was trying to give me some tips. He was starting a studio. And then at the same time, I was flipping through another, like a toy magazine. I forget which magazine now. Maybe it was Wizard World or something.
Ooh,
And
throwback. I used to love those.
yeah, and I saw an article from Art Asylum. So Sandy was in California, Art Asylum was in New York. I'm from, originally from New York. So I said, hey, let me try out, I see you there, Sean.
Yeah, Sean's in New York. Aaron's in New York.
Me,
all right.
Me and Aaron, right? Yeah.
Yep, and me.
Yeah, so you guys know.
Oh, and Anthony Kennedy, right?
Right?
Yep.
Oh, Anthony, I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro, you can hear it in his voice. He sounds like a damn mafia.
That's a good point. People move, Rocco does too, but people move.
Yeah, I'm in Florida now, but yeah, at the time, yeah. So I was, they were in Brooklyn, Art Asylum, and I'm very familiar with Queens and Brooklyn, so I ended up going there, and I interned for about 8 months with them. And I think one of the first pieces that they gave me a shot on sculpting was like the Witch King's hood from Toy Biz. That was like the first production piece that ever came out that I've done like mass production. The old Toy Biz stuff. And then from there, I was working like on the side. I was building a portfolio because I mostly worked in the molding and casting department. They didn't give, many guys a shot for sculpting. So I ended up turning my portfolio into McFarlane Toys. And from there, I learned how to do wax because I was doing mostly just polymer clays and stuff. And then I started working with sheet wax, and they had their own blend they made at McFarlane Toys. It was very hard, very brittle. If you're working anything thin and dropped it, it would shatter like glass. So
McFarlane was your first big company that you kind of signed with?
I would say Art Asylum for molding and casting, and then from there, like sculpting, McFarlane Toys was the first.
Nice.
For sculpting. Nice. We did a lot of stuff there, It was kind of weird. It was like a bullpen working in there because it was rare that anybody worked on one single piece. Everybody was passing pieces around. And like somebody would rough something out and then they would break it up afterwards, mold and cast it in the harder wax, and then everyone in the studio got to work on pieces. So it's kind of a mash. So I mostly did the rough outs, and then I would also finish off some pieces like this piece over here. This was from the Onimusha video game.
Yeah.
This is Oda Nobunaga. So I did most of the sculpting on this. I've roughed them. I actually roughed out the whole line and did a lot of the detail work on all of them. Like some other guys would do the articulation and some of the details. Like this would be fabricated in the fabrication department. So it was a different experience, but they were more like working as a team.
Yeah. So you started with the traditional physical stuff and then moved into like the digital stuff, right?
Yeah, the digital stuff I got into in about 2014. Like everybody had moved over already. I was one of the last guys to go from traditional sculpting and clay and wax into digital. And I have to say it was daunting at first, but I was learning as I was going along, and I picked it up, pretty quickly. And I almost preferred in some ways just for production pieces, but I still miss traditional sculpting. So when I have time, I jump in and I get my hands in the clay, and nothing beats like doing something organic with your hands. But definitely for the digital stuff, the details, the superhero outfits, all the textures. It's a lot easier on the digital.
Nice. And today we're probably going to get to see a little bit of his stuff in action because we put some stuff to the test earlier, and I can't wait because that's the kind of stuff I enjoy. We never really had anything like that on the show. So later on, we're going to show that. I do want to show off a couple pieces, though, if you don't mind, Rocco. I'm going to show you some pieces from what I have. So I'm going to move myself here. and show you guys some of the pieces. Now, I've shown certain pieces before, like when Joe Allard came on, because a lot of times they both work on the same piece. So I don't want to re-show them. I'm going to show some pieces that I haven't shown in a while. So to first and foremost, we got our Bruce Lee here that he did. This is really cool.
Very
now,
cool.
this is a PVC statue. It's one of those diorama ones. Still pretty neat. I got a whole like Bruce Lee mural over there, and this is one of the ones that I got on there with the classic yellow suit, and I really love this as well here. This little like almost a wind in his kick, which is really cool. And you got the nunchucks here as well. But yeah, this is one of the pieces here, so you guys could see some of his work. These things are super affordable as well, but really cool little piece here. And then we move on to the Legends in 3D, which are the ones that I like. This is one of my favorites here, Miles Morales. So you guys can check this out. Obviously, you guys know that I just played the second Spider-Man game, so I'm hyped up on Spider-Man stuff. But this has always been a really cool little bust to have here. You see the rocks on.
Yeah, that building was a lot of fun to sculpt.
Yeah, super detailed.
Yeah.
I know my camera isn't the best right now, but you guys could see it real quick.
Yeah, it's coming clear.
Yeah, it looks good.
I see some in the window.
But this is really cool. Again, another affordable piece. This is like less than $200. I think they made 1,000 of these. They might still have some up, but these are neat. And then of course we have Spider-Gwen as well, which I thought that was a really cool one too. Check that out. So as you guys know, Ileana was gifted the Spider-Gwen from XM Studios, which is a really big piece, and we have this one next to her to kind of complement that piece, and they match really well too, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
But this is just another I like these as complementary pieces, and like I said, man, the Legends in 3D for the price and stuff come out really nice, man. He also did the Doctor Doom that I showed that everybody was like, oh my god, did that one. He did the Luke Skywalker in the pilot format. That was really cool. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff from Rocco. A lot of you guys might have some of his stuff at home and just not, don't know. And that's the reason why I have these guys on the show sometimes, because, a lot of times we collect this art, we get into this hobby and we appreciate it, but we don't really know who's behind the scenes doing this stuff. And this is what I get out of having people on the show, to kind of meet the person who, you have pretty much their artwork at home, right? Let me show off one more thing. Now, this was really cool. This was something he did for himself. You kind of see it in the background, so I'm going to show a video first, and then maybe hopefully he could grab it. But let me show this real quick, guys. This is awesome. This is one of his personal pieces. This is life size, and the reason why I like it is because you don't really see this character a lot, especially the way I'm going to show it now. This is really badass. Check this out, guys. Or not. There you go. There we go. There we go. Whoops. Press play again. Here we go. So this is a wall-mounted life-size Red Skull portrait, and it has glass eyes, which I wasn't even aware of. But it looks sick, man. The paint applications, the sculpt. I mean, look at those, cheekbones, the grin, right? It looks really dope, especially if you have like a cool Captain America display or something. This will look totally awesome. And then you guys are probably gonna see it in the background. So let me see if let me put him real quick. I'm gonna make you. There we go. So check that out, guys.
Nice. Nice.
Actually, I did two of these. One I did, which is regular eyes, and I painted them in. And then a friend of mine said, "Why don't you put glass eyes in them?" So then I printed a second one, and this one I did the glass eyes with, which I think looks freaking cool.
Way better, yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Money.
Very realistic.
That looks awesome. Can you show the back, the back of it?
Yeah, it's not pretty, but it's hollow.
No, but like for me, I know it's not pretty, but for me, I was amazed, right? Because number one, you're talking about mounting something on the wall, right? So that for me is cool because number one, it's not heavy, right?
No, it's not heavy.
Right. So and number two,
£1.5 pounds.
yeah. So you don't have to worry about it hopefully not falling or anything like that. But it's just freaking, it's crazy, really, really crazy. Well, we got Fine Tip Creative Studio in the house, Rocco. This is another YouTube. This is a father and son. Reminds me a lot of Ileana and myself, and they do a ton of your stuff as well. Good friends of the channel. He's over here giving you some kudos for your work, of course. Awesome. But yeah, just in case you don't know the name, they do a ton of your stuff as well. We're getting a lot of comments here for the Red Skull. Everybody's loving it. We're gonna talk about him doing some things, doing some private commissions later on. He's opening up those channels again. But we'll talk about that towards the end of the show. What's up, guys? I see everybody coming in. Now, Rocco, one more thing I want to talk about. If you guys saw the what do you call it, thumbnail, there is a Robocop there. I really like this. Now, this is a quarter scale piece. Let me just see if I can pull it up here without jacking anything up, because I'm on like 3 computers here. Let's see.
Yeah, it's for Hollywood Collectibles. They're taking pre-orders too right now.
Yes, they are. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Share screen. Here we go. So this is a quarter scale Robocop. See if I could make this just a little bit bigger for you guys to see. I'm working on 2 computers, guys, but this is a fantastic piece. But why don't you talk to us a little bit about this?
Okay, that piece was awesome. Yeah, I was working for Hollywood Collectibles on this one. A friend of mine got me hooked up with them. I was doing a couple of portraits on another project, and they needed my work on some of the licenses they were getting. And then they said, hey, you know what? Can you do full pieces for us? And this was the second piece I did for them full size. The first one was Anubis from Stargate. I don't know if you guys remember that movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I did that, and I did a giant mirror Stargate too. So that was on pre-order too, both of those, Anubis and the Stargate mirror. And then they gave me this, and I was like, oh yeah, I grew up on Robocop, you know.
So you found that exciting that you got to do something that you actually grew up with?
Oh yeah, that was a blast. I mean, a lot of work, all that detail, all those rivets and everything, but it was well worth it. And I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah, I want to try to get my hands on one of these. This is super neat. The pay applications look good.
Doing good. They look
Peanuts
great.
look great, man.
And the fact is, Rocco did the actual Robocop 1 color, whereas if you watch Robocop 2, his armor looks a little bluish.
Yeah.
So this one definitely nails the first movie like spot on.
Yeah. So with this, I designed it and I sculpted it out, and then Nathan Eakins did the paint master for it. And he's painted Robocop, I think, 3 or 4 other times, and he knew exactly what he was doing. You know, it came out fantastic.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Quarter scale, and it's $7.99, guys. Not a bad price at all.
Not bad at all.
Compared to what's out there now in quarter scale, getting to those 1/3 scale prices. But this is a really neat figure from the pictures from what I see. And the pictures
too, yeah,
look,
we got Ed 209 parts all over the place.
Very cool.
Yeah, look at that. That is really cool. There's a couple Robocop fans in the panel, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also there's another piece too, exclusive. It comes with a nameplate, so you have the Robocop logo. Yeah, there it is.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like how that's painted with that gradient. That's nice.
Yeah, and then in the back too, there's 2 pistons that kind of match the ones on his ankles to hold it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got
that. Dope.
That's
Nice.
dope.
Yeah, it's got that design too, that CCP, you know, the company that made them.
Now, is that the paint job there, how it's got sort of the blue on the top, then fading into a little bit of like a light purple? Is that the paint job, or is there a little bit of, I believe it's called pearlescence going on there?
I don't know how Nathan painted it. I think he did add pearlescence to it, but yeah,
That's
I
cool.
saw it painted for the first time at Comic-Con San Diego. They sent me photos, and I was like, "Wow, who did this?" And then my buddy Nathan, who I've known for years, he was like, "Oh, I'll send you pictures."
Cool.
Getting a lot of love for the RoboCop here. What's up, Dennis? This is neat, guys, and like I said, it's not a bad price at all, man. This should be shipping soon, if I'm not mistaken, as well. They got payment plans on here as well. I know this company's not one that we always talk about. They do a lot more prop replicas, but not a bad $7.99. Available for pre-order right now. Hopefully maybe one day we'll get them on our show. We'll see what happens. But this is a neat figure or statue, I'm sorry, to have, especially if you are a RoboCop fan. So let me ask you this. As far as when you're doing anything, right? When you're doing a sculpt, how excited do you get when it is something that you're like really familiar with? Like what is probably your favorite piece that you ever worked on, and why was it your favorite? Was it because it's something you grew up with? Is it because it's your favorite character? Like, can you narrow down one for? I know you did a ton of them, but is there one that you can narrow down?
That's really tough, you know.
He's like, you're killing me.
Collectively, I've probably sculpted over 3,000 pieces since I've been sculpting.
Wow.
I get, my wife kids me a lot. She's like, you should be in the Guinness World Records for, the amount of sculpting you've done. Combined with my clay and digital, yeah, it's well over 3,000.
Jeez.
I mean, when you asked me to send you photos too for like a slideshow or something for this, I was like, how am I going to narrow this down?
Oh yeah. Speaking of, no, that's not the one I wanted to show.
Whoa.
That's not the one I wanted to show. We'll get to that. Hold on.
Preview.
See, I told you I knew it was gonna mess up. Let me see if I can find it. I want to find. Oh wait, where do I have it? Do I have it here? Too many computers. I have his like portfolio somewhere. I'm just trying to find out where the hell is it on this one.
Yeah, back to your question too, as you're looking.
Yeah.
I think like when they came up to me with like the Bruce Lee stuff, I was a big Bruce Lee fan, especially younger. So when they said, you get a chance to sculpt those, the first piece I did was the one with the hands moving, the way of the water.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, they're really great licensor too. The Bruce Lee family, they approved all the pieces. And when there was comments or things to change, they were, super nice. I felt like it was an honor to sculpt those. I think I did collectively 6 or 7 Bruce Lee pieces for Diamond, and then I also got the privilege to do a bunch of Brandon Lee from the Crow.
Nice. That's right, with the Crow, right?
Yeah, so I did 2 gallery crows. I did 2 1/6 scale busts for them, and I did the 3rd scale the half scale Legends in 3D. So I think you had, what's his name there, Joe Allard. He was on, who's talking about that too. Because he does the sketches and then they get approved. They're often like loose sketches, and then I get the piece, and then I have to make sure everything works and it's in scale and everything works with other L3D pieces, which is sometimes a challenge because off of a sketch you don't have full turnarounds. You have to make things up yourself sometimes, or fill in the blank stuff that's not there. And then you also have to think logistically, how is this going to get made? So there's a lot to go into it. There's an engineering part of it that nobody really talks about either when you're doing 3D sculpting. That piece there too, Black Manta, that took a while to sculpt him.
That's a badass pose, man. I like that.
I wonder if
I like the pose too.
Do this.
I think Steve Wang was the guy who did the sketches for the Aquaman stuff. They sent me in a couple of quick sketches, and then they said, from there, what can you do with it? And I gave them those.
Yeah, I was wondering. You mentioned that, in the design and working of this, how you've got to keep in mind how it's going to actually be manufactured down the line.
Yeah.
Do you? Last episode we kind of talked about this a little bit. Do you find that limiting? Has there ever been a time where you're like, shit, I would really love to do X, Y, do this pose or do this effect, but I don't know how we're going to actually produce that on a mass scale for the public?
Yeah, I often I get those kind of things, and sometimes I ask, and sometimes I say, yeah, you can push it a little more, the pieces. And other times it's like, no, we have to keep things in mind. Like if there's like sharp edges, you have to make sure they're not too sharp because they can be dangerous for young kids, especially if you're doing the PVC stuff. Like,
oh wow, I never would have thought of that. Huh.
yeah, so you got to think about everything. Sometimes the weight of stuff. If you've got a top heavy piece, but the base is too small, then we have to rework that. Like I'll say, there's no balance in this. I know the sketch was like this and it got approved, but I think I have to thicken it here. Is that okay? And they usually give me the thumbs up. It's like, oh yeah, good thing you caught that. Sometimes too, the pieces make it over to China and they start, mass production. And if I catch something, I'll drop them an email and go, hey, there's something that, keep in mind here, or maybe we could change before it gets released. And they go, okay, we'll see if we could, hit the factory up first. So sometimes I just go back and review stuff and let them know. Diamond's awesome. They'll keep me in mind, and they'll let me know if it was a good call or not.
Yeah.
But I put my heart behind all these projects I work on. I don't ever want to give anything half-assed. I'm all the way. I want to put the best out there.
Speaking of the best, I really like this.
Yeah, I'm a big Keaton fan.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Me too. Can I ask what this is? Was this
that one was
scale? What was this?
That I did for fun because I did the 89 Keaton here for Diamond, and I was hoping that we could get the 92 license, with the Penguin and Catwoman. We ended up doing Catwoman, and I think she sold pretty well. I had no revisions on her whatsoever. Michelle Pfeiffer gave the thumbs up on that. This one too, there was no revisions on the Michael Keaton.
You got people asking already where they get this.
That's a good sign.
Man.
Yeah, that
one. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
That one there with the cave, that I did for fun. I've never even printed that one yet.
Oh, this looks great. There's a lot of hype right now with Batmans and Bat Caves and Bat Armories, so I think this is pretty neat here.
I got a little connection with Batman too, though.
Do you?
Yeah, my father is a barber, and when he first came to this country from Italy, he was working in New York City, and one of his clients was Bob Kane.
Oh, no way!
Oh, yeah, he used to cut Bob Kane's hair, and Bob used to give him sketches. He used to, give him like, "Hey, we're working on something here. We're gonna have this new TV series. Adam West is gonna be Batman." And my father didn't know anything he was talking about. He would look at the sketches and go, "I'd rather have a tip," and he would toss the sketches. He didn't keep any of it. He gave him Christmas cards.
That hurt
and everything.
my chest.
Yeah,
to hear that. Oh.
Yeah, that was my reaction too when I heard of it, because I didn't know any of that until 1988. They were starting to do promotions, and they were starting to talk about the 89 movie that was coming out. And then my father was like, "Hey, I know that guy." Like, you know who? And that guy's Bob. Wow, he still has his hair. I was like, then he told us the stories, and we were like, "What? You don't have any of those sketches?"
This is sick. Look at this. Look at the base on this. And real quick, my fault. Let me just say real quick, Jerry, I'm so sorry. I thought I sent Jerry the link, and he's over here in the chat's like, "Bro, you gonna send me the link?" So Jerry, thank you for joining us. He's like, I'm gonna hear it later. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna keep zipping through these every time I see a good one. And I purposely didn't look through all of this just because I kind of wanted to be surprised as well. Because I know a lot of his work, but I know I don't know all of it. and he has some of his like private stuff that he does for fun on here. So it's pretty cool that he's sharing this with us. Now Rocco, oh my God,
Oh,
look
that's
at that.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah, that
badass.
was the first
The
Bruce Lee
effect of
piece I
the
got to
hand.
do. Actually, those were designed by because we did the 4 elements, right? We did water, wind, earth, and fire
Ah,
for those pieces. That's what all the stuff was behind them. Like
Oh,
the
that's
moving
right.
hand.
Yeah. That's the one I just
Yeah.
showed, guys. That's the one I just
Those,
showed.
those were the original sketches were done by my buddy Nelson Asensio, who I knew from Art Asylum. You know, a really
Nice.
cool guy. And they hit me up to do the sculpts. And that was one of the pieces actually where I said, can I push it a little further? Because the original was a little stiff, you know, the positioning. I said, can we do a little more, like push him a little? And they were, yeah, go for it. And they liked it. So from there, it's like, you know, I give more and more of my own input on some of the pieces, and you know, they come out, I think, better. You know, it's a group thing. You know, all artists, they get together, they talk about pieces and what can we do to push things a little further.
This is very neat. Now, you do work on 6 scale figures too, right?
I do. Like that, the Chosen there and all the Karate Kid stuff from Cobra Kai. Those were the portraits I did for Diamond for the action figures, the 7-inch figures.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Chris Dahlberg did the bodies on those and the articulation, but I did all the portraits. And all the actors had to approve their faces and everything.
This is really cool. Look at this.
Cool.
Love this.
Yeah, that was the first Brandon Lee I did.
That's
I really like that piece too, those busts.
Yeah, I got that bust. I haven't even opened it out of the box yet. I got stuff,
Oh,
so-
came out
But
really
because
good
I was
on
such a
them.
Brandon fan, I'm just like, that was such a badass. I have it. Okay. I forgot all about it. I gotta
This
take
is
it out of
cool.
storage.
Now this one's up right now, I
That's
think,
cool.
at Diamond Select, right?
Yeah, that's the premier statue.
Yeah. This is awesome. With the guitar. Oh, really cool. Hey, where's Brenton at? Brenton's not here. You got Daredevil. Look at this.
Yeah, that's a private commission, that one. That one was a tiny sculpt. It was like one of those little like 32 millimeter ones.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
32
That one was
millimeters.
I did that one there is for Diamond. That was the gallery piece.
This is nice. man.
32 millimeters. That's wow.
Yeah, pretty
What was it?
small.
A chess piece? Like, what was it?
Some people, they just collect like the tiny pieces, kind of like, remember the toy soldiers, and you know, people used to paint up.
Oh,
To
yeah,
get-
yeah.
Yeah, so
To
they
give
there's
you
a
an
whole-
idea, this from here to my fingernail, that's 32 millimeters.
Yeah,
Wow.
which when I did that, I
So-
was like, I want to print it out
Yeah.
big just to see what it looks like, but I
About-
gotta
about
do
a
that
chess
sometime.
piece.
Yeah.
That's
That
tiny.
Daredevil on the stairs is the premier piece for Diamond too, with the chain
Yeah, it was
and
cool.
his hands all duct taped up.
The Punisher, which you don't see a lot more of anymore. This
The
is cool.
Punisher was, I think, the first piece I did in digital for Diamond. The one that was standing there with Daredevil's helmet in his hand. That was for
Yeah,
the
cool.
Netflix series.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah. Those were actually
Oh, snap.
all of the Netflix Daredevil stuff.
Yeah.
Joe Quesada from Marvel was the one that was art directing all those pieces too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That makes sense.
Joe Quesada. I met him once.
Back when he was with Marvel.
Yeah. Now, what are these guys? These are like little mini
Those
mates?
are the deformed pieces I did for Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Barry designed those, and I had to translate them into 3D.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually one of my favorite pieces there, the Deadpool. I never got my hands on this one. This was the gallery one. It became a Walmart exclusive, and I was never able to get one of those. So if anyone's watching wants to send me one, I'll get.
How can you not? You're the wow,
Yeah,
how
well,
can
you don't get one automatically?
I get samples, but if it's an exclusive to like a Walmart, sometimes the distribution doesn't send those to Diamond's actual, their office, so
Oh.
they don't distribute those. Only if it gets a re-release later and it becomes a mass release, then I'll get one. But this one was just an exclusive, and I missed it, so I missed it. You know.
This is neat. These, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they came in. The exclusive was a different color, right? Or were they all the same color?
I think it was all the same color. This
No,
one here, I have this one. This is the Premier statue in Polystone.
That's
I
smart.
I did two at the same time, which that was a fun couple of weeks.
I've always gone back and forth to pick this one up. I like.
Did
that
you ever
scene.
get it, Eddie?
No, I never. It was limited, and I don't think I ever found one.
This is nice.
Yo.
This is the one with
That one looks dope.
with the
Ryan
music,
Reynolds,
right?
This is the movie.
Yeah, when he's
Yeah,
listening
In
to
the
Salt
opening,
and Pepper.
Yeah,
With
the
salt and
opening
pepper.
scene.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's drawing how he's gonna take care of what's his face there. Clarence, was that it?
Clarence. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie and also the leaked scene. Remember that CGI scene? That's what got it made.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Yep. We got some Guardians action here.
Yeah, I do classical stuff too. Like a few pictures ago, you had that marble bust that was there.
Which one? Doc Ock?
No, there was a lady that was her.
Oh,
That's Florence Nightingale. That's a life-size marble. It's done in actually 3 different marbles, and
wow.
it was for the. There's a museum in Ireland, and that's where this piece is. So I
Holy
sculpted
shit.
it, and that was done out of real marble, and they did an etch out of it from my digital files, and that's life size. So I did that one, and I did Elizabeth O'Farrell, another nurse. So they're in a nursing museum in the UK.
dude, that's crazy.
How did
Christian,
they
what's
go-
up, Christian?
How do they go from a digital file? I mean, is it like a 3D printer,
It's
but
like
instead
a
of
CNC machine where it like
oh,
it starts
okay,
to carve out the pieces. Actually,
Wow.
I've got another piece over here too, which this one is cold cast marble. This is Benjamin Franklin I sculpted.
Go to the, move it to your left. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, wow.
yeah, I based it off of the classical style, but this is it feels and looks like marble. This is a cold cast, so you know it's quite heavy, and if I could polish this off and it will shine like real marble too.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So one of your pieces in a museum. That's insane, bro.
Uh,
So have you gone to Ireland to look at it?
No, I haven't. You know, this is,
Are you,
during
are you planning to?
COVID,
Is that like
or-
ever a thing?
Yeah, during 2020, you know, the pandemic is when they
Ah,
debuted it over there. So
dude, if that was me, I swear I would stand there and just watch people's reaction. And just be like, hey guys, not say anything.
I did that.
yeah,
Look at this. Here you go. This for Mario.
yeah, that's
What
one
we have here?
scale portraits.
From is this for who's this for?
That was just for private commissions. It was 1/6 scale heads. I do those for
Oh.
fun. So like Miguel was saying, I open up for commissions and I do all kinds of portraits because there's a lot of guys who collect the hot toys.
Oh yeah, you got some here on the panel.
Yeah,
You got a couple in the panel actually, and a
Mhm.
couple in the
Right.
chats. But
The likeness
Yeah,
is
this-
very good.
this is neat.
yeah,
This is neat.
Thanks,
I
guys.
saw you did a 89 Alfred also, man. Is that 6 scale or what is that
Yeah,
about?
that's 1/6 scale.
Was that a commission piece or is that
Yeah, hit me up and I could get you a copy.
Oh, nice.
Up here's the Harley. I think we're gonna show that Alfred in a little bit. I think it's in here.
Yeah, I
But
think
here's
I
the
have it,
Harley that
yeah.
you were talking about. Or was it before the show? I think it was before the show.
Yeah.
But this is neat. Neat one. Let me see if I could here we go. Hey.
Yeah, that's from the Injustice game, the other Harley.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, that's Hiro Sonata, the actor who played Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat
Whoa.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Macaulay
Macaulay.
Culkin.
is this Macaulay Culkin?
It is.
That's freaking neat.
Thanks.
Hulk. Man, a lot of stuff. This is available also on Diamond, I believe. This is
That's another one of my favorite pieces there.
yeah. This thing's huge.
Ragnarok. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh
There's
shit!
some forward.
Yep.
That's great.
Some indie action.
Yep.
I did another updated one recently. I got this one here. I got it in 1/6 scale and quarter scale.
Whoa!
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I could. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I could get you on the big screen real quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
look at
good.
that.
That is
great.
good.
That is really.
Wow.
Yeah, the likeness is great.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite pieces. I did Sean Connery too. For
Gordon Connery.
yeah, I did him in 1/6 scale for a private commission, and I posted photos of him on my Instagram, and they reached out to me while he was still alive, and he gave the thumbs up on it. He loved the portrait.
Oh, that's
Really?
Connery. Yeah,
That's
so that
gotta
was
be
pretty
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and then after that, I got to do another Sean Connery. This time for Diamond. It's a 1/6 scale mini bust for the Gentle Giant line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's holding the bag. You're gonna
His
see him
bag, yeah.
soon. That's for the Premier line too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
one there.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love that.
This is cool. This is like a chess piece.
it's
I
a
like
it.
cool piece.
Oh, it got the chalice behind them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the grill, yeah.
All that.
That's
Yeah.
Very cool.
nice.
Yeah, that was like after I sculpted him. Chuck from Diamond said, "Hey, can we hide an artifact on the base?" I go, "Yeah. What do you want?" He goes, "Let's put the cup on this one." I was like, "Okay, good idea."
P-Rock, you met Chuck at New York Comic Con.
Yeah, Chuck.
Yeah.
Not the guy we were talking to the whole time. The one that I took a picture with, he's like, I don't like pictures. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah,
You're taking a picture with me.
yeah, I remember Chuck.
I forced his hand. So look at this.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the
god.
1/6
That's
scale
good.
there.
This is the 1/6 scale one, right?
Yeah.
There you go, Mario. Check it.
Oh, do you paint these too?
I don't paint. Well, I painted the Red Skull and I painted the Frankenstein on the wall here, but bigger is better for me. I don't do
Yeah.
the small stuff.
Yeah, smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, that was nice. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's good.
That
Connor
paint
like
job
this.
there is
Wow.
from Jacob Ramir. He's a fantastic painter.
What I imagine, certain celebrities that have very distinguished, defining features. Would you say that's easier than like a celebrity that has just sort of they're handsome, they're a famous actor or whatever, but they just have sort of a regular fit, like Henry Cavill, for example. I have a tough time drawing him because he's handsome, he's a Hollywood actor, but there's nothing that like stands out with his face. Do you find something similar?
Yeah, some people are more difficult than others, but the more distinguished the feature is, the easier it is for me to sculpt.
Yeah.
But with Henry, I did a caricature of him first. Like I drew him before, and I try to take some of those elements from the caricature and I put them into the portrait.
That's
And when I
smart.
break it out that way, the those perfect faces that look magazine or they came out of a machine, it becomes a little easier if you can take certain things and just push it a little bit more. That's how I find how I get portraits a little better.
That's really smart. Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, because like you said, if you can ever so subtly exaggerate a certain feature that stands out on them, then it's more recognizable. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Jean-Claude Van Damme with his piece there.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I know.
he was actually a tricky face to sculpt.
Yeah, I can kind of imagine that. Yeah,
he's got a lot of asymmetry, but there's a lot of nuances there too that I had to get, and then be very respectful about it too, because if you go a little caricature, it could look bad on certain faces. So yeah.
Give me 1 second because I lost the damn file. I can't pull it up. Hold on.
I'll ask a
You know
question
what?
real quick, Miguel.
No, go ahead. Do your thing while I do that.
A lot of those pieces have a lot of texture, whether it's the clothes or even the skin, or the textures on the rock bases or the cave wall for Batman. Like, what's it like sculpting texturing? Is that something that's done like bit by bit, or is it kind of like a layover in digital that you can kind of just like add, copy and paste like a bunch of texturing, or how does that work?
I kind of do both. A lot of time I make my own textures too. Like I'll make them in Photoshop, and then I'll create a button, and then I'll go over and I'll add all that texture, and then I'll go in there and I'll hand make certain things, you know, harder looking, stronger edges or deeper pores. It all depends on the pieces, like, you know, like those John Wick bases, like Wall of Rock, a texture. I gotta go in there. I add texture, like I make my own rock, like buttons, and then I also go in there and there's, you know, sometimes I'll go hard, you know, and go deep on the lines or raise all the edges.
Is that
This is common.
Is that
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from John Wick. Is that
Yeah.
So would you say
Casey.
that going from traditional to digital sculpting, that's something that you prefer in digital sculpting, is having to be able to do texturing and everything so much more simply, and or do you actually prefer it on traditional when you spend more time working on those details?
I like traditional sculpting for like fleshing out stuff, roughing it out, getting a form. But for like those fine details, like all the suits for all the superheroes, that's like virtually impossible to do at that scale in clay. So for digital, it's definitely so much better.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's a good question. These are neat. These are the Legends in 3D.
Yeah, like that Captain America bust you went by, I had to do all those scales individually and layer them.
Oh,
you know,
man.
there was no button for
Jeez.
that. I created each one of those and put it in there and layered.
Yeah, those scales are a lot.
What are some of the hardest, most difficult pieces that you had to sculpt, whether it be for commission or for license?
I would say stuff that's like dripping with detail, like those Deadpools. I mean, the outfits, just every bit of the outfit had texture, all the rivets, all of the weapons, you know. But it's also fun. I get kind of obsessive over the details too, so
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'll get lost in it for hours, and you know, my family will remind me, "Hey, you got to eat something, or you know, you should break for water,
grind that long. Wow.
Stretch your legs a little bit. Let's go for a walk."
I know Brenton loved this piece. Me and Brenton.
Listen, so
for a while.
I revealed this for Diamond Select at New York Comic Con 2 years ago, and I was this one in the Magneto. And when I tell you that I held this in my hand and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy nice." It's available now. I've told Brenton, I'm like, "Dude, order it, and if you don't like it, I'll pay you for what you paid for it. I'll give you the money back." That's how confident I am that whoever gets a hold of this piece in their hand is going to absolutely love it. First off, the price point is amazing. I think it's like 150, 175, somewhere around there. And it's just spot on. Paint applications, the sculpt, just everything. You talking about classic Daredevil. This is it. The base paying homage to the chapel, all that stuff. I literally told him, "Dude, get it. And if you don't like it and you complain to me that there's something you don't like, I'll give you the money for it." I don't trust his ass though, but
Frank Miller, that Frank Miller style too. Like the original sketch I got didn't really look like a Frank Miller to me at all. I was like, I like the idea. I like the base. It was very like cool. But I know a diehard fan, my buddy Jason. He's met with Frank Miller a few times too. He kind of, on the down low, art directed me on this piece. He was like, "You want him to look like Frank Miller? This is what you do." And he sent me all of Frank Miller's sketches.
He's got to be best friends with Brenton.
Yeah.
Brenton's hard to
thanks
please.
Jason, I was able to get this, the portrait, just right, and it got approved pretty quickly too.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, and if anybody's on the fence of getting one of these, again, they're not that expensive and they're great. Speaking of another one here, the Doom, I showed that. I had that piece personally.
Yeah, that was fun.
Freaking awesome piece as well. Well done.
I sculpted a face underneath that mask too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but they
wow.
wanted it just to be, a solid piece. They didn't want to like mess
Ah.
around, So I had a burnt face under there.
Now, this one, guys. So if you guys know, Diamond Select just got this license, and these are starting. They're already up for pre-order. This actually, guys, is going to be the next episode of ToyQuest101, that Geek Statue show. I just received it yesterday. I'm going to be unboxing and revealing this one for them and reviewing it. But it's an awesome piece.
I just got my
Indiana
sample,
Jones is
too.
cool. So really, really good piece here.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I just got my sample too, and it was great.
Oh, you got one? Nice.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah. Well, they sent me everything. The only piece that I didn't get was the just that Deadpool one
Deadpool?
because it was
Wow,
exclusive.
I'm gonna have to go on a hunt for you.
But Diamond's awesome about getting me stuff. If I ask, they send it.
Yeah, P-Rock has just started doing some reviews for them. P-Rock, how's that going on?
It's going good. No, I'm enjoying it. It's giving me the opportunity to see like different things that they were actually making that I didn't know they were making. And you're right, they're small, but they're actually pretty good detail. Most of them have good details, good paint application, and it's fun just messing around with some of the smaller things that they have.
Yeah, they're really good. I'm waiting for you to get a bust in hand, one of these guys.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to send me they're gonna send me one of the Godzilla ones. So I gotta see.
Nice.
I guess they made.
Yeah,
Godzilla
I just
one.
did two Godzilla busts for them.
Oh, you did those?
I did two new ones. They didn't show them yet. So I
Okay,
finished
yeah.
those
He
recently.
mentioned that there's gonna be two more coming
Oh,
up. Can you hint like
Hold
what
on.
year?
Like the Darth Maul?
error? Can you hint what error?
-1.
Like show error.
Don't get him in trouble, guys. Come on.
Anyway,
I can't.
You said the wrong thing at the wrong time, Rocco, because you got like 3 people here are hardcore Godzilla fans. Aaron's one of them. P-Rock's one of them. I mean, everybody here for the most part likes Godzilla, but you
Well, they're from the classic line. That's all I could say.
there it is.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
all right.
I could say.
All right,
They're
show
classic.
show
It's
up.
gonna be against. It's gonna be against Geigen.
You see
Now
the
this
Thrawn
one-
there too?
This one, me and P-Rock got to see as well, and Aaron. We all got to see this one at New York Comic Con this year that just passed. And this looked really, really good. This is the one I was talking to you about, Mario. I think this one was a nice piece that came out for Thrawn.
Nice.
This one I have actually. I just haven't reviewed yet. This is phenomenal as well.
That was one of my most detailed pieces I did for
Yeah.
There's a
the
lot going on.
L3Ds. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Thor, the Thanos too. That was crazy. Because I did the 3D printing on a lot of these
Fingers.
too, and I didn't have a printer big enough for the Thanos, so I had to print them out in like 4 parts and put them together, putty, glue, sand, and re-sculpt in, to hide the seams. So it was handy that I've got traditional sculpting background too, so I could fix some of the prints.
Oh, here you go. I know a guy who's got a good print that'll look good behind this guy.
Yeah.
Yes, nice.
Now that Rocco, you mentioned, I don't know if it was live or maybe it was before we started talking, but since you're learning and transition over to ZBrush, now that you've kind of got the handle of that, do you find you're more comfortable on ZBrush, or is still the traditional, fingers in the clay? Is that still the best thing?
I've been basically, eating, drinking, and sleeping digital for almost 10 straight years now. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm probably better at digital right now.
Okay.
Nice. So
That was cool.
Popeye's great.
Yeah. That's
This is
based off
awesome.
of the actual guy, Rocky Feigl.
Rocky Feigl.
Yeah.
This is cool. Oh, there's the Robocop here. I really like this Robocop. This is sick, man.
That was a lot of fun.
I really like this. I got to get my hands on one of them for sure. This is really cool. The Rocketeer. I had this one. This is who did I give this to? Oh, my stepdad has it now. This is a great piece. Rocketeer.
Thanks, man.
Love that
Very
movie.
underrated character.
Yeah.
It is, right? Look at
Yeah.
this stuff.
That's in clay. You know, that's Sagat from Street Fighter.
Oh shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did that all in clay. He was about 9 inches tall, that one.
This is pretty cool though. Oh Shazam.
Yeah, that was the original design, but they wanted to make, they didn't want the lightning in front of his face. So they were like, let's change it.
Look at this guy. This now we're talking my stuff here. I love Sly. Go ahead, P-Rock. Go ahead, P-Rock. Do you think, P-Rock?
Nah. Oh,
Go ahead,
you're
P-Rock.
shy now.
chicken out. You're chicken out. You hate to
I
see
can't
it.
do it right now. I'm kind of preoccupied right now.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's pretty awesome too. Sly. I'm doing a piece for the Sly shop now.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's one of the Rocky characters. I can't say which one yet, but
Oh man.
You give too many. You give it you're a cliffhanger, man. You leave us hanging all the time. Everything you did.
it's a main character, but I can't say who. You know, but
Cliffhanger.
it's
good
gonna come
reference.
out. I think this year.
Cut me
It
mid.
might be in a 2-pack.
Orale.
Yeah,
Oh man, they got some good stuff coming out of the Sly shop as well.
yeah.
Real quick because we're running a little short on time. Oh, look at this.
I want one quick question.
Wow.
Yeah, shoot.
When you worked with McFarlane Toys, did you ever meet Todd while you were there?
I didn't meet Todd there. I met him before at comic conventions
Yeah,
in
same
the
here.
past. Like I went to Miami Comic Con and he was, I think, signing the first 4 issues of Spawn. But when we were there, when I was there, it was right after 9/11. So I didn't get an apartment in New Jersey. I was still living in New York, so I had to leave early because we were getting stuck on the in traffic there because the Lincoln
Yeah.
Tunnel, they would take 4 hours every day to check all the cars going in and out. So when he came to visit for one of the New York Comic Cons, I didn't stay because if I did, I wouldn't have been able to get home until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh wow.
So I didn't meet him there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, here we go. More of my alley. Arnold.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, that looks really good.
All right, so
Very
I got a question because I'm an old school collector from the Bowen era. So I know you said with McFarlane Toys, everyone worked on a different part of the
Real
figure.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
When he came to the Black Knight Buckethead bust,
Yeah.
how did that work? How did that work with you, your brother, Ulysses, and Randy? Like, are you taking it bit by bit? Did you guys submit the whole thing and they did tweaks? Like, how is that?
Well, Randy
Awesome.
asked for designs on those first, and my brother was like, you know, he wanted to get into comic art, so he was like, "I'll do sketches." So he did sketches and turned them in, and then Randy's like, "Oh, awesome!" So I would go in there and then I sculpted out. Actually, there were 2 different versions of the Black Knight that came out. One was the Buckethead, and the other one was the traditional one.
Yeah.
So I did the traditional one, no problem. And then later, I guess he wanted to do an alternate, but instead of coming to me, I guess he went to, you said Ulysses?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did the bucket one. I didn't do that one. Well,
Oh.
it was, the body was mine. And I think the base, they kept the same. They just changed out a few parts. I think like the shield and the helmet. Memory serves me
okay,
right.
yeah.
So I didn't work directly with Ulysses
Oh.
on that. And with Randy, he would just give like a whole bunch of notes. You know, he would email me notes on what had to be changed. I did a Hercules bust for him too. And
Yeah.
I did, there were 2 versions of that came out as well. And I forgot who did the alternates on those. But again, it was like my main body and then somebody else did, I think, a different base or a different head, I think.
Ah, gotcha.
That was so long ago. It was like, that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So Rocco, this is one of your friends, right?
Yeah, Titus Welliver. You know, the actor who played Bosch on Amazon.
Love that show.
Yeah, he's a collector and he's a super nice guy.
Hey, Rocco, you gonna bring him onto the show and be a panel member for that one?
That would be cool. I gotta ask him. if
Let's
he's
make
up
it
for
happen.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. This is cool, man. I like this. And look, this is Belmont. This is from
Yeah.
Castlevania.
Trevor
Pennsylvania,
Belmont.
yeah.
It's freaking. Oh wait, the names are up here too. Duh. Okay. I like this. I like this.
The Netflix series.
I was like, man, I got one, and then freaking names right there.
I love
Yeah,
that
that was
series.
fun.
Man.
Oh, that show
This
was
is-
great.
Oh,
That I did for Pop Culture Shock, the Venger. It was a quarter scale.
Nice.
That was a pain to get those wings smooth.
Is this Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday Adams. I did that one just as a little exercise.
Really cool. Ah,
Oh,
Oh, in the new suit.
The
wait,
new
are we not supposed to show this? What happened? What is this?
That one I did for fun. I took some of the leaked photos I found online, and I went, I got to be the first one to do this.
Ah, you saw it here first, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, this is cool.
yeah.
This
I
is
put him in
cool.
a pose too. I don't know if I had it. Oh, there he is.
Oh
That's
man,
awesome,
Yeah.
man.
That's
he's
dope.
ready. See, he's ready.
They
Oh,
put
look what
out
he wants
well, they didn't put out, but there's a little leaked photo of him with the mask on also.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did a version with the mask too, but
Oh,
I didn't.
that's
I
dope.
didn't see the leaked version yet, so I got to go back and rework the mask.
Okay.
Listen, we are coming to a near end, but we still got about 30 minutes. I want to do something with Rocco, which I think is phenomenal. I've never seen this before, like kind of live. You know what I mean? So I wanted to show this, Rocco. This is all you right now. So
Okay,
let's bring it up here. I'm gonna move everybody to the side though. This is actually some of his live stuff right now.
Yeah, this is the Anubis I did for the Hollywood Collectibles.
Oof,
Yeah,
look at that.
Lumi would like this.
this was crazy detailed.
So this is the program you use?
Yeah, this is ZBrush.
ZBrush?
Yeah, so you can see all of the work that goes into this. This is a pretty big file, so it might glitch or bounce around.
Nah, you're good, bro. It's looking great.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all those details. This is all done by hand. All of this. You know, I didn't have like a brush or a scan or anything. This is like I start off with just the ball, and from there I just start sculpting and then adding parts. This drove me crazy. The Stargate itself, all of those symbols.
This is what I want Aaron to
That's a
do.
lot.
Yeah,
Aaron, this is
all
what I'm
that.
trying to get you to do, Aaron. Aaron's our youngest panel member here. He's in the middle of school as well. This is what I want him to do. Aaron, take a good look at this. This could be you.
Who knows, man? Looking into it.
This is neat.
Aaron, do you have a ZBrush?
No, not yet.
Okay.
And then you guys wanted to see a close up of the
Oh,
Robocop.
Oh wow.
there we go.
So for those
Jerry,
who
what do you
don't know,
think, Jerry?
ZBrush-
Jerry's
is-
quiet. Jerry's still mad at me for
Is ZBrush a free service?
Nah,
or
you
gotta
good,
pay
man.
for it?
You good. Nah, this is
Yeah,
dope. This is
You got to
cool as
pay
hell.
for ZBrush.
I don't know if you have to pay for it now. When I first got it, you had to pay for it.
We just started working with Photoshop and Illustrator.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
All
what,
right.
in school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. It
The thing with that stuff
um,
is it's constantly changing, so you just got to keep with it. Because when I went to school for graphic design, it was way different than what it is now.
Yeah,
but
it
this is neat.
doesn't change that quick. It's not like year to year there's a total overhaul of the program, but yeah, there's especially with Photoshop now with the like AI features that they put out. That's kind of changed a good bit, the AI stuff. But yeah, it's still basically the same fundamental program it's been.
We're talking 10 years ago, though, bro. I'm old.
Yeah, no, I'm I don't know, 8 years ago is when I first started using it. So yeah. I know what you mean.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I recently
Mhm.
finished up a private commission too, like one of those 1/6 scale portraits. This is
Oh, there you go, Mario.
remember the TV show Beretta?
What is it?
You remember the TV show
Beretta?
Beretta?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
With
before my
Robert
time.
Blake.
Robert Blake. Yeah,
Ah,
you know he had the parrot on his shoulder. That was one of the projects I'm working on now. And also,
Before my time.
I started roughing out a Skeletor.
here you go, P-Rock.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Look at P-Rock. P-Rock got excited. He almost fell out of his seat already.
No,
Sure.
I'll get it. I was just like, oh.
It's very rough. I just started actually. While I was waiting for the live feed, I was like, hey, let me take this Arnold body I sculpted and let me start turning him into a Skeletor.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That was Arnold's body.
Yeah, this was.
Yeah, it looks like it. You can tell.
You want to see him as Mr. Freeze?
Hell yes, we want to see him as Mr. Freeze.
That's crazy. The eyeballs and teeth.
Oh, let me take all this off.
What? Oh, he's gonna put him as Mr. Freeze.
It looks
That's
like
dope.
Mr. It looks like Dr. Manhattan, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. So I assume these are the different layers that you have that you're turning on and off now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was
That shit's
Arnold
dope.
part. Some old.
Chill.
Yeah.
I just paid for a 1/6 Mr. Freeze coming in.
Actually,
Oh,
hold on one second.
The one from Mars, or which one?
Dragon.
Mars or So-So?
Oh, Dragon Toys.
Oh, Dragon Toys.
Yeah,
Which is the one where he's like on the chair?
that's So-So. I
So-So?
have that one on order too. Yeah.
I like that one. Oh, look at this.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Was that a motorcycle? No way.
Oh, back here? Yeah, that's a motorcycle.
What?
That's dope. That's cool.
Yeah. Because I was doing the T800. I was going to put him on there too.
Ooh.
Bro,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
So I had
got
this.
him coming.
Oh, I feel loads. I have so many things up. Yeah, here he is with.
Oh.
Give me your motorcycle clothes and your boots. You know.
I got a question here. I don't know. It says Eddie Murphy's head sculpt. Were you supposed to do Eddie Murphy head sculpt?
I have done an Eddie Murphy head sculpt.
Hmm.
I did that a few years ago, actually.
Uh,
Somebody wants one?
no, somebody's asking. Do you remember the Eddie Murphy head sculpt you were supposed to do 5 years ago? What happened to it? No idea. What
Well,
he's talking about.
somebody hired me for a private commission, and then the person disappeared who hired me. I don't know whatever happened to him.
King Cuddy, is this you?
Yeah.
Are you the person who disappeared? Because if so, we can get your hands on it right now. Let me know.
Reach out to me. You know, I'll see if I can get you a copy.
Slow motion.
Talk to that.
This is cool, man. This is neat. I like seeing like things like this where you see kind of like how it comes about and stuff.
Yeah, Rocco, quick question. So looking at the program, what gives you the sense of scale that you're working in? You know, because it's all just the image on the screen. How do you know if, you know, what you're working on in the digital space is, you know, 3 inches tall or 3 feet?
Well, you could do whatever. You could print it out at whatever size you want. So when I
Okay.
go to scale this, I go to one of these many buttons on the side. You know,
Jesus.
over here there's a scale master. And there's also update size ratio. So I go to click that. Right now I'm just on the gun, so I'll give you in inches and millimeters.
Oh, okay.
But you
That's
could
cool.
scale that whenever you want.
Okay.
You know? So, like overall, how big this piece is, head to toe, I couldn't tell you offhand right now. I'd have to like combine all the parts.
Oh,
Oh, guns out, son.
Yeah. I've got so many different versions. Because I was
Yeah, they're
gonna
all
also
different layers.
sculpt them as Conan.
hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
So from this too, I put them in a pose. Let me load that one up.
It's freaking neat, man.
Yeah, here's the pose one I did.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, from when he's in the mall. And he
Oh, with the
holds
box
up
of flowers
the-
on his feet. That's good.
Actually, the roses were kind of a pain to sculpt.
Really?
It came out good though.
Yeah. Like as I'm working on stuff, it kind of surprises me what's difficult and what's easy to sculpt in this program. You know, so all the petals, because it's so layered.
Yeah.
I sculpted each petal, and then I arranged them. You know, and then I made it one piece. So
Very neat. I love it, man. So, Rocco, we talked a little bit about doing private commission stuff. Obviously, you do statues, you do 6 scale, you do just portraits too, right? Like if somebody wants to do portraits for Hot Toys and stuff, or any of those type of figures. So I actually have all of the links in the bio of the video, guys. If you guys are interested in, shooting him an email for some, ooh, look at that, Mr. Penguin. Shooting him a message for some private commissions, whether it's for your hot toy figures, whether it's, if you want a sculpt or something. I'm feeling that Red Skull. I think that's dope. I'm probably gonna ask you to show me the Frankenstein a little bit, but anyway, but this is neat. I like this penguin as well. Talk to us a little bit about that.
This one I did because we did the Catwoman, so I was kind of pitching the design already to Diamond for this piece, but they
pulled out.
Yeah,
Right.
DC had pulled the licensing, I think, on most companies because they were selling off the company. I think they sold it like 2 or 3 times. I think AT&T had it, and Discovery might have it now, Warner Brothers. So when they were doing all that, they restructured everything, and I guess they held back on licensing. Otherwise, I would have pushed this on Diamond heavy to produce. Because I like him in the mayor's outfit instead of the pajamas. So that was a fun piece. Let me see what else I got. I could show you guys. That would be cool. You said you like the Red Skull, right?
The Red Skull was dope, yeah. I mean, he's not my favorite character. I just thought that idea was really cool.
I got Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith and the Red Skull.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
So let me find you Agent Smith first. Yeah.
That's neat.
Anderson. Here we go.
Mr. Anderson.
I got the glasses one too.
Now you can see color in how much of the color of the skin tone, the hair, the black of the suit. Are you, I mean, for lack of a better term, are you painting that on? Is that something that ZBrush just sort of?
No, I paint that on because you can also
Okay.
let me take off the color for you too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's got to be a feature you turn on and off, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Same too with the eye. This guy's got very intense eyes, so I try to paint him on just right.
When you're sculpting a face,
Yeah.
what part of the face do you start with? Like, do you start at the nose and work your way out, or like what's usually like the base and then you work from there?
I kind of just blob out the whole head. I take a sphere, I put it in there, and then I just start shaping it. I have it on symmetry at first just to make sure that the eyes, the nose, the cheekbones are in the right places. And then when I start to go into the detailing, I'll pick a feature. I'll take symmetry off altogether because nobody has a symmetrical face. And then I'll start going in there and just looking at photos and looking back and forth. My head will turn like a million times looking at reference and then, until I get the portrait to how I like it.
Very neat.
What do you usually? This is probably a weird question, but I asked this last time too, and I find it interesting. What are you typically listening to when you're working? Are you listening to music? You listening to podcasts? What like keeps you in the zone?
I'll listen to all different things. Sometimes I'll listen to music, sometimes podcasts, sometimes I'll catch up on ToyQuest101, see what's going on.
Good answer.
I like that.
I listen to all
answer.
different things. I mostly have YouTube on actually in the background, or if I'm working on, let's say, the Red Skull, I'll go look for the movie. I'll put it on in the background, just so I get a sense of the character as I'm working on them too. Because you get to the mindset. I guess kind of like how actors do their performances. They'll like listen, like I'm sure Hugo Weaving had to listen to a lot of German dialects to get the voice and everything. So he does the studying. So I would study the actors and how they do everything. Like even this too, I found a pretty neat video of him getting the makeup put on. So I had that on. I was watching that on a loop as I was sculpting him, which was helpful.
I also got a question.
Go ahead. Shoot.
I asked this last time too. Do you feel like nervous about getting feedback and stuff like that when you do your pieces?
I always have a bit of anxiety. Like I'm like, oh, I hope people love this. But if I'm doing like a piece for a company, sometimes I'm like, I hope the licensor likes it, because when you send stuff in to a licensor, there's usually not one person. There's more like 5 to 10 people who approve things, and everyone's gonna pick something apart. Or in their heads, this actor looks this way to them, so they'll go, oh, can you make Heath Ledger's like smile a little more intense, or the eyes aren't deep enough, or another person will comment on the hair, and it'll be back and forth a lot of the time, because everyone, has input. So sometimes, when we get to those points, it gets a little kind of irritating. But I have to say, I don't know how Diamond turns in stuff to the licensors, but oftentimes I get approvals really quickly with them, especially Marvel stuff. So whoever's doing the approvals there is fantastic. They don't like to waste time. They're like, it looks like this, great, that's what we wanted, boom, and then they approve it. So I've been lucky a lot in my career with having good people.
Nice.
The only time I had like like the most revision I had on any portrait was probably Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah, because his sister approves his likeness, and she was
Really
ultra picky on what he looked like.
Wow.
Holy
Because
shit.
we were working on, I think, the 4th or 5th Pirates movie. We had a merchandising deal that, they were going to produce a few busts. This is right before the whole Amber Heard thing. So he was already kind of getting out of shape, and he didn't really look like himself anymore. Like all the reference photos that I got didn't really look like, the Johnny Depp that we know. So I guess she wanted him to look like from the first Pirates movie. So there was a lot of back and forth to young him up, or to make the cheekbones a certain size. And that was probably the most I had on a revision, was probably that piece.
Nice.
And then
So
later I still wasn't happy with it, and I went in and I resculpted it myself.
Oh, after all that you did?
After all that, I said, you know what? She was right. Something's still off on it. So I went back and then I resculpted it, and I was like, you know what? Now I like it.
Nice.
I think we had. Let me pull it up real fast for you. I don't think I
So
have it.
why you're pulling that up? 16 Salvo, good friend of ours on the show. He said he just followed you. I don't know at what time you caught the show, but he's doing private commissions for 1/6 scale figures too. You might want to look into that, bud. He'll like that. And then I got a question from the chat. Rocco, do you stay tuned in with collector feedback? This is Keith Lee, awesome guy. Collector feedback on 1/6 scale releases and announcements. Do you stay in tune with that?
I try to. It's hard to keep up with everything. I'm into so much stuff. But I like to hear from people. I like feedback. I want to get better at everything I do.
Nice. S-Beam.
Now I can't find the Captain Jack.
That's got to be a really tough, awkward situation when you have someone who's like, can you take away these lines? Can you make them look younger? Can you make them look better? It's like, yeah, I can, but then they might not look like themselves.
Oh, yeah. I've been there quite a bit of times. Like, especially like older actors that they all want to look younger.
Yeah.
Here you go. He said, "Dope. I'm gonna need an Arnold head sculpt." Bro, you just missed it. He just pulled up a whole Arnold and like changed them out like 3 different ways. It's crazy.
I can bring them up fast for you again. Here we go.
Here you go. Here you go.
Arnold. See, I'm listening to feedback already. Here you go.
That's freaking neat, man.
I had to do one with a cigar or something.
The cigar look is dope. I like that because you don't see that. There you go. Look at that. Hell yeah.
Where's the sunglasses? Let's take those off. Let's give him the Terminator eyes.
That's creepy as hell. That's so creepy.
I had him on the wrong one. Hey, sometimes it happens. What do you want? Here, look at this one. There you go.
Hell yeah. Yes.
For my Arnold fans out there.
Here we go. Keith Lee. Yes. Does Rocco Print commission head sculpt as well, or does he just provide the 3D file?
I don't provide any files. No.
No
No,
files.
everything is either print or a casting if someone's gonna hire me for stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a company, I do files, you know, but the problem is that I work with so many different licensors, so many different companies that I can't be selling, especially portrait files, to anybody because then they're out there and I'm basically competing with myself.
Yep, true.
You know,
Keith Lee,
it makes no
his
sense.
info is in the bio of the video, or you know how to contact me. I'll put you in touch with him if you want to dabble in that. I know 16 is gonna hit me up, and we also had that guy that was asking for King Cuddy Jr. was asking for the Eddie Murphy portrait. He's gonna hit you up as well.
Okay, cool.
So hopefully you guys hit him up. But yeah, so we're kind of ending towards the end of the show. Rocco, why don't you is there anything else you want to add or plug in? You want to add, let us know where they could find you.
Yeah, you could go to roccothesculptor.com, or you could type in roccotartamella.com. You go to my website. I don't know if you can see it right now. Oh,
well, I have those links in the bio too.
Okay.
For those who want to check him out, everything's gonna be in the bio of the video. Sorry, guys. Everything's gonna be in the bio of the video. If you guys can't get a hold of him, get a hold of me. I'll put you guys in touch. Obviously we follow each other too. So if you do your research, you can find him because I'm following him. He's following me. Let's see. You don't
I
work
have a
yourself
shop page up too. So if there's stuff too, like I've worked on diamond or something that you can't get your hands on, you know, drop me a message or go to my .com and take a look at the custom art page, the shop. Sometimes I have stuff up there for sale too. And also I have a YouTube channel as well. So
nice.
I'll put stuff up on the YouTube channel, just, you know, Rocco the Sculptor. And you can take a look at what I'm working on. I'll put shorts up sometimes of like, I got Titus Welliver up there now. I've got Hans Gruber from Die Hard. I've got, you know, Wednesday Addams, Harrison Ford. They're all up there. Like even I'll do shorts. And then I'll have sculpting videos too. So you can see, you know, sometimes how I work from, I've got Edgar Allan Poe I did in clay from start. So I've got like speed sculpting with my hands. And then you could also
Raven Nevermore.
Yeah. And speed sculpting too in digital as well.
That's freaking awesome. All the links are in the bio of the video. Give me 1 second, guys. Plug it in here. There we go.
Considering, you know, the selfies and the ubiquitousness of cameras weren't around that much back then, how hard was it to get a, you know, Edgar Allan Poe sculpt just right? Because you don't have a lot of reference to work from, really.
Well, the one I did in clay, I kind of went, because I don't have all the reference like you're saying, I kind of went a little more whimsical, so I put my own little style on it. So it's not quite a caricature, but it's not a portrait either. It's kind of like a blend between the two.
Okay.
I did later do a portrait, though. I've got a wall mount, too. Not large like these here, but kind of like quarter scale in a frame. You'll see that on my website as well, but that one it's kind of difficult because you only have basically one view of him whenever you see a photo of him. Right. So I kind of had to embellish a little bit and then also look at, because he had a very English face too. So I would study different, you know, cultures, different, you know, how the English face with, if you turn from the side, sometimes people's noses, like his kind of goes up a little bit, but then it flattens too. So you kind of have to know all the different races. Even too, when I was sculpting the Black Panther stuff, you know, I had to make sure that I had everyone just right, because all the actors had to improve their faces. So, you know, you had to get that little bit of the Asian cheekbones in there too, and make sure everything was not insulting, not caricature, but just right. So I had to match up everything. Same thing too, like another portrait that was difficult to get approval on was Thor.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Chris Helmsworth.
Yeah, he's
Difficult,
another
huh?
guy that very handsome, Hollywood A-list actor kind of thing, but nothing too stand out or distinguishable with his face that
No,
you can
as
really
he's
grab
getting
onto.
older, though, his face is getting more distinguished. So sculpting him
okay.
now is actually easier than when he was younger. When I sculpted him younger, his comments were he looks too much like my brothers because he's got
His older
two or
brother,
three
yeah.
brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
he
his
looks
older
like
brother-
Liam. He doesn't look like me, so I had to go in there and rework it.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yeah.
it's funny because I think his older brother looks like a knockoff version of him. It's-
Yeah.
He's the least famous one, right? I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So real quick, so 16 is saying that he's got a kit bash. He needs an Arnie head sculpt, and then Keith Lee. Last question for me: what do you collect? 112, 16, or statues?
I mostly collect only my own pieces because I don't have room for other things.
Hey, that's a good answer.
Nice.
So it's 1/6, it's 1/12, it's life size, it's everything.
Do you have a
And
favorite skill?
6 salvo. If you want to hit me up for an Arnie, message me either on Facebook, Instagram, or on YouTube. I'll get back to you.
What would you say, Mario?
Do you have like a favorite scale that you prefer?
For a long time, I like 1/6, probably the best.
Mm.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot of private commissions through 1/6, and then I just kind of got like, even when I was hand sculpting, actually real fast. I did a bunch of, Breaking Bad?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
So I did a whole bunch of private commissions in 1/6 in clay. And Vince Gill and his team contacted me, and they gave me a 2-page
Oh,
spread.
that's amazing.
Oh,
wow.
in the
shit.
book. So that was an awesome surprise.
That's
Mario's
neat.
gonna look. In a
Yeah,
few
these were
years.
all done in hand, and I think
You keep making those faces, Eddie, so you'll
the
get them
paint
failures.
and hair was done by my
That's
buddy
messed up,
Nathan
Eddie.
Eakins on this one.
It looks
That's
good.
pretty neat.
It
Yeah,
looks really
sorry.
good.
thanks.
Damn, Eddie.
That's you guys are idiots. That's awesome, man. That's a good feeling to have them reach out and do something like that. It's
Yeah,
pretty
that
cool.
was cool. They were so nice.
All right, guys. Listen, that wraps our show, guys. Rocco, thank you so much for being on the show. Like I mentioned before, his links are already in the bio of the video, guys. If you can't get a hold of him or can't find him, obviously message me. Great guy. Hope to have you back on, man. And also, just so you guys know, he is also one of my judges for the sculpt that we are judges for, which is looking really good. I might fly out to North Carolina? I can't even remember.
Yeah, Fayetteville Comic Con. I guess we've been invited as guest judges. Me, you, and Cannondale X.
That's
So we're
right.
going to be the 3 judges for a sculpt competition where people are going to be winning, I think, up to $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys know any sculptors, whether it's digital or traditional, definitely send them our way so that way they could apply. Every show is, I believe, $1,000, and then if you win your episode, you go up to the finale, which is 10 grand. So potentially it's 11 grand total that you could win if you win this year's sculpt. So I thought it was a pretty cool thing. Obviously our friends Rocco and Cannondale X are friends of the show, so I said heck yeah, let's do it. But yeah, just look forward to that. Anything else you want to add, Rocco, before we leave?
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for having me on. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks for the support. Because I can only do what I do when everybody likes my work and supports me. So I appreciate everybody.
Of course,
Thank
man.
you so
Anytime. Like I said, man, I hope to have you back on. Thanks, Rocco. And panel, Keith Lee says, very informative stream. Love meeting the artists behind the great work. That's right. That's what we try to do here. But real quick, let's go around the panel to say our goodbyes. Commander Green, what's up, dude? Hey, ToyQuest101 and panel. So sorry, missed you all. Dude, all good. Check out the replay. Rocco's actually taking some private commissions for 1/6 scale figures and stuff. Something you might be interested. But definitely check it out. All good, brother. Real quick, Anthony Kennedy, thank you so much for being on the show as always. Of
Thank you for having me.
course, man. You got anything coming up?
Nope, I'm on vacation until the 13th. So I
Ooh,
plan on
let's
doing
go.
nothing.
Really?
Let's go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I hope you enjoy that. Sean, as always, thank you so much for being on.
Of course,
You got anything coming up? Any cons, or is that Storm done? What's going on with that?
Yeah, Storm is almost done. Went back and reworked a little bit of it, but yeah, it's almost done. Should be coming out soon. I know I've been saying that for weeks now, but yeah, it should be coming out soon. And no, first con doesn't get started until March, or early March. So we still got a little while.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Aaron, man, thank you again for being on as well. You got anything coming up? I know you ordered some figures and stuff.
Speaking of the TA100, I got the Present Toys Battle Damage one.
Did you
It'll be
really?
my first Terminator.
Let's go. Okay.
I've never. That movie was way before my time, but I still like it. I watched it when I was.
Did
younger.
you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Long
just
time
making
ago.
sure. It's
Long
a great.
time
It's a
ago.
great movie.
I watched RoboCop, Alien, Predator, all of them. Soon they'll be
I know.
in my collection.
I don't know. I
Good,
kind
man.
of feel attacked. He was like, before my time. Like, you know.
I know, right? Listen, at least he's seen it, because if he would have said no, I would have kicked him until he watched the
Yeah,
movie.
get a Terminator. I didn't even see the movie.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Some people-
It was nice meeting you, Rocco. Your work looks great. Everything looks great.
Thanks, I appreciate that, Aaron.
Awesome, man. Money Mendez, thank you again for being on, bro. I know you got LWO coming up next with P-Rock and Mario, but anything else you want to add to that, buddy?
No, that's it. I mean, if you guys want to go check it out, it's cool. But I appreciate you letting me be on, and always a good time, and very, very cool to talk to Rocco. I find all of that stuff real interesting, and I love a lot of your work, man. A lot of the Diamond Select stuff and those Legends in 3D bus a lot. So
Much love, guys.
Very
Thanks.
cool.
Cool, man. P-Rock, dude, thank you for being on. I thought you would like this one for sure. Now that you're, doing some stuff with Diamond and stuff. But you're gonna be on LWO next too. Anything new? I know you just dropped a review not too long ago, right?
Yes, I did a Mega Move from Juju Kaisen anime figure. I'm gonna work on another review on a statue that just came in, so I gotta work on that soon.
Let's go.
This weekend, and then a few other things coming up. LWO, obviously, in about 25 minutes.
Let's
And
go.
come
I'm
check
excited
it
for
out.
that review for that statue, though. I know exactly
Yeah,
what
I'm
you're
excited
talking
over
about.
that.
I
Check
might
it
have to
Let's
get
go.
the Godzilla's Rocco worked on. I might have to scoop them up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if Diamond Select send me the one. I think that's one that they might. I don't know. That's the newer stuff, so I gotta see. So right now, currently they only have the 66 and this thing 65 maybe. Godzilla vs Kong, and
Yeah,
then I
I
forgot
think
the other
so.
one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
there were two that were released prior to the ones I'm
Yeah.
working on.
It's awesome. They'll come out soon, hopefully.
Yeah,
But
brother,
we'll
thanks
check
for
that out.
having me, man. It was
I
fun.
know.
Yeah.
My
Rocco, nice
guy.
meeting you. It was nice meeting you, man.
Nice meeting
I haven't got anything from your work yet, so I'm looking forward to possibly getting that in the future. So just keep on
Very
the good work, man.
Yeah, he just started doing reviews in a little bit after October, after New York Comic Con. So he did a couple already, and they're really, really good. So
I gotta check them out.
yeah, you definitely for sure. That's some good stuff. Mario, El Profesoro, LWO is next. What else do we have in store? I know we got CaliCon coming up. If you want to plug that in real quick, and anything
man.
else that you want to talk about, bud.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on tonight, man. Rocco, it's great to meet you as well. Great to looking through some of your work. Yeah, like you said, CaliCon coming up. We've got everybody just coming together from anywhere out of state, coming down here to Southern California. We're just gonna hang out and fellowship for for a few days, starting May 3rd through May 5th. If y'all want some more information, hit me up on Instagram or hit up my man Calvin, Low Key Collector as well. Hit me up on either on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. Y'all know how to reach me, and or some of you might. And LWO coming up on Bretta's channel in a few minutes, along with the Profi Chat Monday night 6:30 Pacific time. And yeah, that's about it, bro. So it's good,
All right.
good to hang out tonight, man.
Let's go. So, guys, make sure you head over to LWO next. Rocco just sent you a PM via Instagram. He's gonna get to it in a little bit, probably. Guys, as far as ToyQuest101, the Mondo figure Logan, I should have it out by Sunday, guys. I finished filming yesterday. Gonna edit some things tomorrow and upload it and stuff. Sorry for the delay. I've just been crazy busy with stuff. But that's gonna be next, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the Indiana Jones, like we talked about, which is the newest to come out of course, our friend Rocco and Diamond Select. And then our next guest on our show is Jorge Villar, guys. I'm so excited to have. Wait, is it Jorge? I don't know. Is it Jorge? I can't remember. It's either Jorge or it's Pure Arts, guys. It's one of those two. But either way, we're gonna have Pure Arts, the company, on, which I'm excited about. They do 1/6 scale and they do a bunch of statues. The Michael Jackson statue, which I can't wait to talk about. And of course, yeah, man, we'll catch you guys again here on another Friday night of ToyQuest 101 Collectors Assemble Live. Thank you once again, everybody, for showing up. And LWO is next. Bye, guys.